What's up, folks? Time for last minute betting with the Sports Nuts. It's the Thursday night football edition. Oh, yeah. Who's it going to be? Titans? Packers? I'll tell you what I think here in a little bit. Folks, we are looking for content creators at OddsJam for TikTok, Twitter, any social media. Email us, Bob at OddsJam.com or Mike at OddsJam.com. And we'll try to get something going. How's that sound? BetMGM and PointsBet sign-up bonuses are below. They're in the links. Deposit your money, bet, Underdog Fantasy, and Thrive Fantasy deposit match. $100 up to $100, all right, for each one. So that's $200 I'm giving you. Go do it now. Click the link, deposit, and bet, all right? That's how this works. We're giving you an opportunity to make money, and that's what we're here for. We are here to make money not only for ourselves or for OddsJam, but for you guys, you, the audience that follows us on a regular basis. Don't forget, you can follow us on Twitter at Mick Grasso. I just love that. And you can also follow me at Bob LaGrasso. All right. Subscribe to this channel. We've got live chat available even.
That's
okay.
Bob.
Yeah. And oops, that's Mike. I always could get confused. That's Mike. I get confused. All right.
You've been doing this long enough. You should know how this works. Works in reverse.
I can't remember which way to point. I'm sorry. I just can't ever remember that. I just got my butt kicked in a college basketball game live betting, so I'm not in a very good mood right now. All of a sudden, we decide to score a bunch of meaningless points at the end of the game, and we're fouling guys who are shooting threes, and just stupidity between Murray State and Texas A&M, which Murray State upsets A&M, and I kind of like that. Adam, hey, Bob and Mick, looking good, lads.
What is up, Adam?
And it's Felipe. I'm leaning New Jersey, Toronto over. What say you guys? You know what? I would probably have a tendency to go with that play. Wouldn't you, Mike?
Yeah, I like that play. Bob, I think we're in agreement. We both like New Jersey tonight in general, right?
Yeah, New Jersey's on fire. 10 in a row. They're getting ready to. I think they're just going to extend the streak. I just think they're a really good team.
They're showing that they're a little bit of a surprise here in terms of a team that you didn't expect to be amongst the top tier, and yet here we are.
The number is 6.5, so pretty well get it minus 120 just about anywhere. So I'm going to share my screen real quick and show you guys screen. We need to talk about this product that's on the website. Folks, screen, you can get the money line, puck line, run line, spread, main markets and alternate markets for $49.99 a month. But if you want player props, it's $79.99 a month. And if I click here, just to show you what this looks like, I'm going to click on the player shots on goal for the NHL as it loads up. And you can see all of the numbers here, guys. And for those of you with fantasy apps like Prize Picks, Thrive, and Underdog Fantasy, this can be very, very helpful. Very helpful. And as you can see, we're going through all of these players. Everything is right there. You can have another window opened up with OddsJam, the NHL page, and then you can have another one opened up or two or three for your books that you're betting in. So this is advantageous for you guys to get the best odds on player props, spreads, the whole 9 yards. And speaking of which, just very, very quickly, let me shift this back to the NFL. And let's look tonight at this game, which the point spread right now, Mike. Thursday night football. I don't know who you're leaning with right now. I know the Packers are at home. You could get Tennessee +4 on BetMGM. And then one other thing, and then I'm going to get out of the way here, okay? Anytime touchdown score on DraftKings, guys, there is a boost, and it is from -150 to +100 for Derrick Henry. So if you've got that on your DraftKings, get in there, opt in and bet it because it's +100. And I think we all know that Derrick Henry.
I wasn't, Adam. No, I wasn't. I wanted to see a game in 60 inches of snow. Yes, Stephen, I would like to see that. Well, let's talk about this game tonight. This seems to be somewhat of a interesting matchup. You got Green Bay coming off of the big overtime win against Dallas. Things are starting to look up for them, maybe, huh? But you know what, Bob? I really think this is a bad matchup for Green Bay in general. And the fact they went to overtime, now short week, having to play a team like Tennessee who can wear you down, Bob. Let's take into consideration a couple of things. The Packers have allowed over 140 yards per game on the ground this season. You got Tennessee, who averages over 130 yards per game on the ground this season. Not a good matchup there, Bob, I don't feel like. Derrick Henry, definitely, you talked about that boost. Great opportunity there. I would jump all over that. They get Tannehill back. That's a pretty good thing for them, I think, going forward. Derrick Henry, he's had at least 100 rushing yards in 5 of his last 6 games, Bob. This is a Packers defense that ranks 30th in rush defense DVOA. This is a terrible matchup for Green Bay, even at home. A lot of people are maybe starting to buy into Green Bay, Bob. Not me. Tennessee is built to come back off of a short week and ground and pound. You saw it against Kansas City. They can dictate the game a little bit. I like Tennessee in this spot.
I agree 100%. And if I'm getting 4 points, I'm jumping on it. On top of that, Mike, you realize that Tennessee has given up 168 points this year. The Packers have given up 216 and they've scored 185. Now, Tennessee ain't going to knock your socks off with their offense.
No, they're not going to.
No, 166 points. But
they can.
But with Tannehill coming back, Mike, I mean, come on. I think their offense would be better.
Last week was an okay week for him, not completion percentage wise necessarily, right, but he did get some yards, got a couple of touchdown passes. He's only going to be able to turn around and get better. I think this is probably good for him coming right back and playing again and getting after it. And you can rely on that heavy run game that you have. This is just a bad matchup for Green Bay, Bob. I don't buy into this team at all. Tennessee is a team that is 2-1 as a road underdog, and on the season, Tennessee has been tremendous against the spread. We can trust them at 7-2 on the year against the spread. Right. Love Tennessee.
Felipe, I'm a big Packers fan. I watched every game in the Rodgers era and some of Favre's games as well. I'm with you. I like Titans tonight. I don't see Green Bay stopping the run. There you got it from a Packers fan, folks.
Let's get into a couple of anytime touchdown scores, Bob, because there's a guy that I'm going to go with for Tennessee that I don't think people are probably, heavily targeting tonight. Maybe I'm sure it's crossed their mind, but besides Derrick Henry and the boost you talked about, if you can't get that, then you're stuck at that -150, which I wouldn't touch. But okay. Let's look at an anytime touchdown.
Get into that, and let's have Steven answer him, Mike. Hey, what's the NFL bet then? Titans money line or spread?
I mean, I'm trusting them on the spread for sure. I think I would be tempted to maybe sprinkle some money line a little bit. But I definitely hammering the spread for Tennessee for me tonight. I like them in this spot. I think Green Bay is. It took everything they had to beat Dallas in overtime, short week. Just a bad matchup. I mean, the list goes on and on, right?
Right. I agree with him.
So go ahead and share your screen, Bob, and give us some anytime touchdown scorer odds, and I'll talk to you here about one that we're going to look at.
Sure. Let's go to screen. What do you say?
Let's do it.
Let's go down here to anytime touchdown scorer. There it is. And give it a little time to load up. And it'll load up in order here. Okay, so we've got Aaron Jones at plus 120.
Austin Hooper, Bob. Look at Austin Hooper.
Plus 650.
Yeah, Bob. I'd like to sprinkle a little bit on Hooper in this spot. This is a situation where Hooper did see 7 targets last week against Denver. Tannehill definitely likes going to him. Tannehill does like utilizing his tight end at times. I know Derrick Henry's going to be a huge factor, but he did have an okay game. He had 5 catches, 41 yards. Not bad for him. I think he'll see some opportunities because while Green Bay's not terrible in terms of defending the tight end, they've given up 4 touchdowns against tight ends this year. And I think that a lot of focus will be on Henry. Won't be enough to probably keep him out, but I'm willing to go with Austin Hooper.
Okay. And you want me to pick somebody else besides Henry, even though I picked him already. And by the way, he's down to minus 145 with regular odds on FanDuel. You know what? I'm going to go.
Maybe Aaron Jones, huh?
Well, I was either going to go with Aaron Jones or Christian Watson. Okay. Christian Watson plus 230. There is value there. Let's go with Christian Watson. That's what we're going to do. But I'm really going with Derrick Henry. All right.
Well, I think if you're Green Bay, I think they'll utilize Aaron Jones a little bit here too. So I would be tempted to lean towards Aaron Jones for Green Bay if I were to pick one. And definitely I'm not sure what value a guy like Robert Tonyan has. I know that's not a guy that's probably on a lot of people's radar at the tight end either. But, believe it or not, Bob, he leads the Packers in receptions this year. So maybe that's a guy worth looking at.
Here's the reason I went with Watson. Last week he had 3 TDs. 4 catches, 107 yards, and 3 TDs with his longest.
Yeah, but I tend to want to stay away, but pretty good value on him, truth be told. Yeah, I'll go with Austin Hooper. I'll go with Austin Hooper, and then I'm going to roll with since I'm going to give one on the other side. We did the Philly-Washington game. I gave Goddard and Robinson, so I'll give one on the Green Bay side, and I'll say Aaron Jones for Green Bay.
Okay, so I'm taking Watson and Henry.
Okay, fair enough.
Isn't that fair? All right.
We're in agreement on this game for the most part, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely. I really think Tennessee.
I think Tennessee's a bet. I mean, look, I know they're not anything exciting, but I think they're a little bit better of a team than what people may think. Have they been impressive? No, they have not been super impressive, but they're 6-3 still. They have the same record as the Buffalo Bills, and they've dealt with some adversity this year. They started off 0-2, Bob. They've had Tannehill hurt. They've overcome a lot. So teams like that can be a little dangerous. So, I love Tennessee tonight for sure.
All right, there you go.
Tighten me up, and tighten those screws that are loose in Bob's head. Oh my! Now that offended you? Come on.
Whatever.
Offended that easily, bro?
Whatever. Whatever. Okay. I'm going to pull this up here real quick.
Yeah, let's get into some positive EV.
All right.
Because I got some stuff I want to share.
All right. Let me do this real quick just to show you guys right now what's going on with the recommended filters. Okay. There's a lot of hockey plays on here. A lot of player props. Sidney Crosby over 2.5 player shots on goal.
Prize
Lindholm
picks.
under 2.5 player shots on goal. I actually like both of those.
Prize picks plays there.
Yes, a couple of prize picks plays there. Not a fan of the over 2. The St. Francis, Pennsylvania over team total against Butler. You know what? I actually really like this play, Mike. I'm going to jump on it and put a half a unit on this play. I really, really do like that play a lot. We've got Hartford out here. Now, you got to understand, I bet a lot of these teams over the past couple of years. So I'm kind of used to these names here. And look at this, Mike. Christian Watson makes the positive EV page over 3.5 player receptions. That is a prize picks play too. And I'll add that also.
Yeah, go smash that one out, man.
And what do you think of this Lillard over in points tonight? Did you see that earlier, over 26.5?
That's a good one, Steven. No, I did not. Steven Batza says, hey, speaking of Bob's head, if you wore an all green shirt, you'd look like a floating head. Talking about sports. That'd be cool. That would be
all right, Steven. What are you drinking, Steven? All right, let me get out of this. Let me get out of this. Go ahead. It's your turn.
Yes. My turn. All right. So we weren't around for last minute betting last night. But I will tell you this, jumped on some lower percentage recommended filters plays, some of the 1.5% plays. And look at how some of these did, Bob. You'll notice I put the recommended amount that they have, $20, $20, $25, $35, $30, $15. Look at how most of these did last night, Bob. A lot of wins. Lot of wins.
I'm going to start tailing you. Why don't you just do a show by yourself so I can get all your bets?
Well, here's the bets I'm on tonight. Let's see if we can capitalize and have a good night. You can see the total points here in this one, the under 125.5. Austin P versus South Florida, which who is watching that game tonight, right? Well, I am now.
I will be.
First half total points over 120.5. Kings Spurs game I went with. You could just see, look at all these college basketball plays. Hartford over 62.5. Kentucky over 46.5. That's team total. First half team total for Kentucky. A few of these not beating the closing line value on, but nonetheless, I like these plays, and that's what I've got in my bet tracker. But let's see what's out there right now, last minute, that we think is worth hitting.
Can I ask you about a game that is coming up that they've been pumping up on ESPN, but both of these teams have already lost, and that is the Gonzaga-Kentucky matchup coming up.
Yeah.
You got a feel for that game at all? I don't think Gonzaga loses.
I don't think so either.
Okay. All right.
I don't think so either. All right, let's refresh here and see what we've got to hit right now. Let this load up, taking its sweet time, isn't it? There we go. So anything that I like right now, boy, Bergeron on his under shots on goal. Don't know if I like that. Lillard over 26.5 points. Not a lot of, that's no longer positive EV. Darn it. I would have went with that one for sure. That one's for Friday, so can't touch that one right now.
Steve
Stars on the puck line +1, good value.
Steven says he apologizes drinking Ruby Grapefruit White Claw. Might want to avoid these.
Yeah, I'll take Dallas on that +1 point spread.
Okay.
I'll back Dallas there. Under 6 goals, Islanders, Predators. Style of play for these two teams may fit an under here, Bob. Pretty good value. -122 is average odds. Can get it for the -110. Favored to hit in most cases. What do you think? I like it. I think I'm rolling with the under.
I'm going to tell you here real quick if you'll hang on just 1 second.
Yeah,
let me look at the Isles here. The Isles have scored 57 and given up 43. The Preds have scored 42 and given up 52. So,
okay.
Averaging less than 3 goals a game are the Predators. The Islanders are averaging right at a little over 3 goals a game. So, yeah, I like the under.
And there's an under 6.5 in that game too at -135, a little more juice in it. But if you look across the board,
let's butterfly it.
Yeah, I say so. I'm gonna add both of those.
Full unit under on the under 6.5 and a half a unit on the under 6. There you go.
Okay, there you go.
You got it.
Bogdanovich under 18.5 points tonight. Smaller percentage one, not bad value on this one. -105, -114 average odds. Smaller amount to put on it, so I'll add that one too. I think that's worth taking a look at. Some of these smaller percentage plays, Bob, have been not somewhat. They have been profitable.
Right.
So I've been digging into some of those a little bit too. There's your Christian Watson, the under 3.5 player receptions now.
See, that's what happens. Everybody jumped on it.
Man, this one's tempting. +102, average odds -116. Aaron Jones over 24.5 player receiving yards. That's pretty good. Pretty good value on this play. I'm gonna add that last second too, and that's all I'm gonna jump on. That's good for me. Plenty.
I got it. I'm getting
Slim Dan says Lillard is actually +100 now. Got better. Changed again. Awesome. Wow. Yeah, I think I like Lillard to go over that for sure tonight.
Good. Way to go, Slim Dan.
Look. Portland's a good team. They've been a surprise so far. I've backed them several times this season. They've been tremendous. I've thanked Portland for making me some money.
Now we didn't do the show last night. We didn't do the show last night, folks, and we're going to do it tomorrow, but you guys got to show up on a regular basis. Come on, let's do it. We're looking for content creators for OddsJam. Email us, bob@oddsjam.com or mike@oddsjam.com. All right, let's do it. Mike's handling most of these calls, but I can handle a few here and there. Let's do it. Go Titans. Remember the Titans.
I hope to remember them tomorrow if they come through.
They should. Honestly,
if they don't, I'll forget about them pretty quickly.
Oh, we've been blessing the bets with shakers, Mike.
You better make sure you're actually blessing them and not messing with them.
No, we're blessing them, but we changed. We got rid of the cowbell for a while. All right. Okay. You guys have a good night.